23018. Right, we are on record today for a pretrial regarding Mr. Aon Leary, who is the legal father of this child by way of marriage during the time frame in which the child was conceived. We've been here several other times following the request by Mr. Leary for DNA testing, and I understand we have some developments today. Appearances, please.
Lee Heiss, lawyer, guardian ad litem.
Ms. Tasha Thomas, counsel for the department.
Sarah Harvey, DHHS.
Michael Brooks, I represent Aon Leary. Mr. Leary, identify yourself.
Aon Leary.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Brooks, would you confirm you've had a chance to talk with your client?
I have.
Ms. Thomas,
Um,
how would you like to proceed?
yes, Your Honor, if I can have Ms. Harvey sworn in.
Right. Ms. Harvey, would you mind coming to our witness?
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Go right ahead.
Ms. Harvey, today we are here to discuss the results of the DNA test in regards to the presumed legal father, Mr. Leary, and then the subject minor, B. Heron. Since the last pretrial in November, have results been obtained by the department?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Amen.
Ms. Harvey, I'm presenting you a packet of documents or document packet. Can you please review that and state what it is?
This is a DNA test report showing the mother, Sarah Leary, child, Braylon Heron, and alleged father, Aon Leary. And it shows the probability of paternity of Aon Leary to the child as 0%.
And let's see. The other documents contained in this packet are chain of custody form, and then like a photo of the child and then the necessary information from the parents. Is that correct? And this confirms that, in fact, it was Mr. Leary's DNA that was obtained, and it was the child's DNA that was obtained. There was no question about whose DNA was actually tested.
Correct.
Okay. Your Honor, if I can ask the court to receive this DNA report as part of the official record. I don't believe that it has been submitted to the court prior to today.
I have no objection.
No, I have
Mr.
none.
Brooks,
No objection.
thank you, and we'll receive it.
Thank you.
Thank you. The record should reflect it has been received.
And as it relates to the paternity issue, have you had any further contact with the mother on this matter as to who potential fathers are?
No, I have not, but I believe that the foster care worker has.
Thank you. Your Honor, I have no further questions for Ms. Harvey.
Any questions, Mr. Brooks?
I do not.
Ms. Heiss?
The Miss Leary and Aon Leary are married at this time, correct?
To the best of my knowledge, I know that there are some proceedings, but I don't know where they're at in those proceedings.
And they were married at the time that the child was born.
That's correct.
I know this may seem obvious, but does it, in your opinion, does that preclude the DNA test shows us that this child was, although conceived during the marriage, born during the marriage, he is biologically the product of not this Aon Leary, correct?
Correct.
I have nothing further.
Thank you for your testimony. May I return to your seat? Anything else? Ms. Thomas?
Is this Madrid on?
Yes. James?
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Ms. Madrid, you are the ongoing foster care worker for this case, correct?
Yes, I am.
And as it relates to the issue of paternity, have you been able to discuss potential biological fathers of this child with the mother?
Yes, I have. She provided me with an individual's name, which is Terrell Estelle. And I did make contact with him. I did submit a DNA referral, and both him and the child were scheduled. He was incarcerated during his scheduled time, so he missed it. But the child did just go last Friday and do his part, and I'm waiting on getting a new date for the alleged father to attend his scheduled appointment.
And other than Mr. Estelle, there was also an individual, Mr. Smith, I believe, that mom had provided and that DNA was completed.
Yes, it was, and that DNA came back negative.
And are there any other individuals that need to have DNA tests to the best of your knowledge?
Not at this time.
Okay.
Wait, can you back up a second? Did you say there was a second person that was also DNA tested?
Marquis Smith was the first name that she provided, and he was DNA tested, and that was 0% probability. And then she provided me another name, which is Terrell Estelle, and he was incarcerated at the time, but we will be providing him with a new date.
And do you have that date already?
I don't.
Okay. And is that individual still incarcerated, or are you able to contact him?
He is not incarcerated. He was released and made contact with me, and then we have tried to reschedule that. I should be getting a date this week.
Okay, thank you for that information. I have no further questions of Ms. Madrid.
Any questions, Mr. Brooks?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Hicks?
Ms. Madrid, what jurisdiction was he incarcerated in?
Jackson County.
Jackson County, thank you, nothing further.
Thank you. Anyone else you'd like us to hear from?
No, Your Honor.
Any witness testimony today, Mr. Brooks?
No, I just been waiting for this DNA test to get back.
Thank you. Ms. Hicks?
I have no witnesses, thank you.
All right, any comments?
Thank you, Your Honor. I know that this has been an ongoing matter for a significant amount of time. And at this time, given that Mr. Leary is not available to the child, that legal parents do not have a relationship, and for the reason for the father's incarceration, I'm going to ask the court to exercise its authority under MCL 722.1443, subparagraph 1, which allows an action that's pending under the Juvenile Code to motion for a revocation of parentage, and under subsection 2D, determined that the child was born out of wedlock. At this time, we are asking the court to make that determination and also set a putative father hearing to be held with the mother's next review date. It seems that we do have names of potential putative father, so we can provide notice to him. And I believe that we should be able to do that in the time frame given.
And dismiss the petition.
And we are asking to dismiss the petition against Mr. Leary.
Mr. Brooks?
I agree.
Ms. Hicks?
I believe that's in the best interest of this child.
Thank you. I concur. It's important to, of course, always explore any resources available for a child. And under the circumstances, they are diligently being explored by the department. It does also seem appropriate in this case to allow for the finding that this child is a child born out of wedlock, meaning outside of the marriage between Sarah Leary and Aon Leary, because that is the reality of the situation, and the reliable DNA testing has produced that satisfactory to the court that the requirements of MCL 722.1443 subsection 2D have been met. So I am making that ruling, and I do acknowledge that court has that authority under that same section pursuant to the action under the abuse and neglect case file number at this time. We'll also grant the request to set a putative father hearing for February 23rd, 2024 at 10 o'clock in the morning. And as a result of the determination that the child has been born out of wedlock and has no biological relationship to Mr. A.M. Leary, we will also grant the request to dismiss the petition and all proceedings against him. The court order will reflect that. Unless there's any questions, that's all for today.
Thank you.
Thank you.